In this session, we'll look at the knowledge flow interface present in weka. This is quite different from the Explorer in the sense that we build the whole system or the data flow manually. This gives it an added flexibility. We'll start with an introduction and then give a detailed demonstration on how to build a system. So let's begin. In the knowledge flow, users select weka component from a toolbar, place them on a layout, and connect them into a directed graph that process and analyze data. So it basically helps in visualizing the flow of data. This is the interface of a knowledge flow. Again, we have lots of tabs over here, and each tab gives us a different toolbar from which we can select various different components. Okay, so for demonstration, we'll build an ARFF loader that performs a cross validation using J48 algorithm. So okay, so as the first step, we'll be selecting a data source by clicking on the data source tab, and we'll be using an ARFF loader. So we just click on the ARFF loader, and as you can see, our cursor has changed into a crosshair. We bring it on the layout, and when we click it, we have our ARFF loader on our canvas. We can select our input source by right clicking on it, then configuring it, and here we have a file menu from which we can select our input. We again select our weather data as our input ARFF file. Having done this, the next step is to specify which attribute is the class. We can do this by using a class assigner object from the evaluation tab. So as you can see, we have our evaluation tab over here. From this, we select class assigner object, bring it to our canvas, place it over here. Before we can specify what is the class, we need to connect our ARFF loader to this class assigner. We do this by right clicking on it and then clicking on dataset. We have a flexible arrow, so we just bring it on class assigner and click it. So these two are connected now. So we'll click on right click on class assigner, we'll configure it, and here you can see a menu to select our class. These are our attribute: outlook, temperature, humidity, windy, and play. We select play as our class. Having done this, so we are done with all of these steps. Moving ahead, now we need a cross validation. So again, we'll select it from the evaluation tab. Cross valid. Okay, here it is. So we have a cross validation fold marker on our canvas. The next step is to connect the output of class assigner to cross validation fold maker. Again, to connect the output, we again click on class assigner. Here we have the data set. Again we have our arrow, and we connect it to the cross validation fold maker. Now we need a J48 from the classifier tab, since we are using the J48 algorithm. You can see we have the classifier tab over here. We click on it, and these are the different classification algorithms. They are grouped together. First we have the base functions, then we have our lazy classification rules, and we are looking for J48, and here it is. So we just bring our J48 on our canvas, and here we go. The next step will be to connect our cross validation fold maker to J48. We right click on it, and you can see we have our training set and test set. Both of these needs to be connected to J48. We start with the training set, connect it to J48, again do it, and select the test it and connect it to J48. Okay, and finally the next step is to connect a classified performance evaluator from the evaluation panel. Okay, so we have this object to evaluate our performance. We go to the evaluation panel and we select our classifier performance evaluator over here. We connect it J48 to this classifier again by right clicking it, selecting batch classifier and then connecting it. Coming back, finally from the visualization toolbar we place a text viewer component on the canvas. We have a visualization toolbar, it has all the visualization related tools. We select the text viewer, place it on our canvas, and we'll be connecting our classifier performance evaluator to this text viewer using the text option, and here it's connected. Now we are ready to do the process. So we right click on ARFF loader, that is our input source, and we click on start loading. And we had quite a less number of attributes, but we can see we have done some work over here, and we'll be doing something to basically graphically look at our results. We'll add a graph viewer. A graph viewer again will be in visualization. Here it is. We bring it in on our canvas, and we connect J48's graph output to the graph viewer. So we again start loading the data, and now when we right click on our graph viewer, we click on show results, and here is our result. And clicking on it, we have our different trees which we have. These are the different trees built by J48 algorithm. So this is how we work in our explorer mode, in our flow knowledge mode. This is our final configuration. So in this session we learn how do we work with knowledge flow mode. We did a demonstration on how do we use an ARFF input loader along with a J48 classifier. How do we do different kind of visualization. Of course we can do many other things with knowledge flow. We can do association, clustering, and anything which we can do with explorer, we can do it with in knowledge flow as well. So this brings us to the end of the session. Thank you.